Hi, I'm Louise. I'm from Style Me Curvy, and we are live today at Clothes Show 2013, where I am joined by an icon herself, Karen Franklin. Karen, thank you for joining us today. So tell us what you're doing this weekend.
This weekend I'm moving from place to place, and we're talking about careers in fashion, talking about trends, predictions, really trying to deconstruct the fashion industry and bring it alive for people who are interested in either getting into fashion or just kind of improving their fashion experience.
And if you had like one major tip, what would it be for somebody really trying to get into the fashion industry?
I'd first of all say what is it you want to do, because if you're investing in a technical sort of skill, then you need to train, but there are plenty of opportunities to get into fashion that you can do from using your laptop or using your sewing machine and selling directly. So unfortunately there isn't just one easy tip.
Let's say, for example, fashion magazines, that's quite popular at the moment for girls looking to get into. Would you recommend maybe doing a series of internships, or what approach would you? You have
to intern. Unfortunately, there's no easy route in, but every time you intern, you gain that little bit more experience, and that makes you more employable. And the key thing for people to remember is when they're interning, you need to meet as many people as possible. Don't just hide in the styling cupboard. Go out there, offer to run the errands. Every time you meet with someone, introduce yourself, find out their name, check them out, see if you can follow them on Twitter. That's actually what an internship is for. It's not just doing all the jobs that nobody else wants to do.
That's it. And is this the first time that you've brought this to the Clothes Show, or have you done this in past years? Or?
I have been doing the Clothes Show for almost as many years, because we're celebrating the 25th
25 years
anniversary. So in lots of different ways I have always talked about how to get into the fashion industry, and we're doing education seminars this year for schools and universities. So some really top guests unpacking their experiences and giving real insider tips.
That's really good, because for some of you at home, you may not realise that Karen's actually a huge fashion activist, and she co-founded All Walks Beyond the Catwalk, which maybe you want to tell people at home a little bit about.
Well, All Walks Beyond the Catwalk is a fashion initiative in which we challenge the fashion industry's dependence on one, quite often unachievable body ideal. We love models. Young, thin, Caucasian women are very beautiful, but there are lots of other beautiful body ideals as well. So we promote racial diversity, we promote size and age diversity, and we lecture up and down the country, and we have a competition that tomorrow's creatives, today's students, enter, called Diversity Now.
Okay. And have you got anything in store for 2014 regarding Diversity Now that you'd like to give us hints on?
We're actually applying for charity status so that we can access lots of funding grants to do the sort of campaigns we love. We do guerrilla stagings at London Fashion Week. We work with people like Rankin, ID Magazine, Nick Knight. But even though everyone will volunteer all their services, it still costs money.
Of course, of course. And just to bring it back to the Clothes Show, one of the questions I wanted to ask you was, over the last 25 years, has there been one real memorable moment?
Yes, but it's not what you think.
Okay, okay.
We actually got snowed in one time, and we were here on the Saturday, and we kept thinking, why isn't anybody coming? You can see how crowded it is.
Yeah.
It's Saturday today. It was packed. And then what we realised was it was absolutely bucketing snow down. So people looked outside and it was a whiteout. So we were stuck here and nobody could get in, and we actually had to sleep here overnight.
You're kidding.
I used a tablecloth for a blanket, and I slept in clothes that looked like this. We didn't have any pyjamas, or nobody had anywhere to clean their teeth or anything. And then the next day we went out live.
Oh,
unwashed.
My gosh. Classic improvising.
Yeah.
That's absolutely brilliant. And can you see yourself in 10 years' time still being here and doing what you're doing now?
I can. I love fashion. And as I learn more, I've got more to tell the next generation of fashion creatives. So it's a great space to be if you have a passion for all things style.
And if you had one piece of advice to give somebody from all your years of experience, what would it be?
Treasure your individuality. Your originality is the most delicious thing about you.
Oh, that's really nice. That's a very good thing to say. Well, listen, Karen, I'm sure you're really, really busy, and thank you so much for giving us your time.
My pleasure.
That's all from us today. Remember, you can subscribe or comment below.
You know your best. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all